Good afternoon. My name is Nate Balot, and I will be discussing questionable communication. To me, questionable communication is any communication that tests the ethical bounds in the message that is trying to be conveyed. This is found all over the place. Politicians use it quite often to push policies or legislation that might not be as popular as people would have been led to believe. This happens a lot with some poor people, really, people who need to use welfare or benefits from the government. They try to push it on to the taxpayers, um, sounding really good. Um, Sometimes it kind of falls back in their face, but sometimes it doesn't. Another example would be news media. The news media, a lot of newspapers, and media outlets will use questionable communication when presenting news stories that they feel need to be pushed towards a particular voting block. A lot of places will change their bias towards a story that they feel really strongly about, to where they can get that voter block to feel a certain way towards whatever message they're trying to convey. Um, One example that I found was when Jonathan Gruber came out after the Affordable Care Act was pushed, and he was the architect behind uh, the Obamacare. And he came out saying that Americans were too stupid to really understand what was going on within the bill, and it needed to get pushed. So they basically convoluted the Affordable Care Act in a way to where it would get pushed without any problems. Um, some actions that we can take to try to avoid a lot of unethical behavior within communication. The first one that comes to mind is um, just thinking before you act. A lot of people will write an email when they're really upset about something, um, and I would just say write it, but leave it for tomorrow. Or if you're afraid you might send it, then save it in a Word document. And then if you feel that strongly about it the next day, then you can post it or send it in the email. Another thing would be if you don't like, or if you don't have anything constructive to add to a conversation, then you probably just shouldn't. A lot of times, um, you can tarnish the name of your company or of yourself if you post something that may not be relevant to the current topic at hand. And that would be it. Thank you for joining in.